it starts setting up.
Roger.
Ryanair for Romeo Romeo, ready to pick up IF for clearance to Dublin.
Ryanair for Romeo Romeo, Gatwick delivery, expect runway 26 left, Novma 1 Mike departure. Squawk 0761.
Novmer 1 Mike departure. Squawk 0761. Ryanair for Romeo Romeo.
I'm out for the walk around.
Ryanair for Romeo Romeo. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.805 when ready for push or start.
Ground 121.805 when ready. Ryanair for Romeo Romeo.
Gatwick delivery, good evening. Speedbird 2041 Heavy, IFR to Cape Town, ready to copy.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy, Gatwick delivery. Expect runway 26 left. Climb 6,000 feet on runway center line, then expect radar vectors Bogner. Squawk 3735.
Expect runway 26 left, climb initially 6,000 feet, radar vectors to Bogner and squawk 3735, Speedbird 2041 Heavy.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy, read back correct. Contact ground 121.805 when ready for push or start.
121.805, Speedbird 2041 Heavy.
Ryanair for Romeo Romeo. Ready to taxi to be active.
Ryanair for Romeo Romeo. Runway 26 left taxi via Zulu. Whiskey. Alpha November. Alpha.
Runway 26 left taxi via Zulu. Whiskey. Alpha November. Alpha. Ryanair for Romeo Romeo.
Ryanair for Romeo Romeo. Contact Gatwick Tower 12 for decimal 23. Bye-bye.
Over to Tower 124
I'm
decimal
back.
23.
No issues on the
Ryanair
walk
for
around.
Romeo Romeo. With Malta 4577, gate 10, request pushback and engine start.
With Malta for 577, Gatwick ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face south. With Malta 4577. Malta 4577, taxi for departure.
With Malta for 577, runway 26 left, taxi via Whiskey, Alpha November, Alpha.
Runway 26 left, taxi via Whiskey, Alpha November, Alpha, with Malta 4577.
Griffin 79 uniform, gate 12 taxi via Hotel, Juliet.
Gate 12 via Hotel, Juliet, Griffin 79 uniform.
Preflight checklist.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
With Malta for 577, contact Gatwick Tower 12 for decimal 23.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Over to Tower 124
Set and
decimal
checked.
23 with Malta
Heading
4577.
088. Altimeter 1021. Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cuts off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Go for it.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the stand. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff, using D-rated thrust, planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. We're under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. Okay, all going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. LNAV and VNAV are armed. Flight directors are on. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. Any questions, comments or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, whilst we make our final preparations for departure, I would like to introduce you
Before
to
start
our
procedure.
safety procedures. Please make sure that your hand luggage doesn't block the aisles or exits by using the overhead lockers or the area under the seat in front of you. Place items as far forward as possible underneath the seat in front of you. You can make the most of the available space by putting the bags in the lockers sideways.
Recall.
Please be careful not to put anything heavy in the overhead lockers, as these items could fall out when they are reopened. This is for your safety and the safety of those around you. Portable electronic equipment such as games, computing and word processing equipment may interfere with the aircraft systems and must be switched off during takeoff and landing. Portable telephones must be switched off for the duration of the flight. Please
Before start
fasten your
checklist.
seatbelts ready for departure
Flight deck
and
door.
make yourself
Closed and
comfortable.
locked. Passenger signs. On safety. MCP.
Set and checked. Set and checked.
Takeoff speeds.
Set and checked.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Trim.
Easy 45 November Papa, gate 107 taxi via Hotel, Juliet, Quebec, Kilo.
Gate 107 via Hotel, Juliet, Quebec, Kilo, Easy 45 November Papa.
Set and checked.
Taxi
All
and
aircraft be
takeoff
advised
briefing.
information
Completed.
Romeo now current,
Beacon. On safety. Before
QNH1021.
start checklist completed.
Gatwick ground speedbird 2041 heavy, ready for push and start. Flight deck to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Speedbird
You'll be ready
2041
shortly.
heavy, Gatwick
Roger.
ground, pushback approved. Face south.
Face south speedbird 2041 heavy. Taxi ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start. Brakes released.
Pushing back.
Start engine 2.
You are clear behind and you can start your engines at your discretion.
Oil pressure.
Pushback complete. Set parking brakes, please.
Brakes are set.
Roger. Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear. We'll see you on the left side with the pin.
Clear to disconnect.
Thanks. Have a good flight.
Start
See you
engine
later.
1.
Oil pressure.
Ladies and gentlemen, all portable electronic equipment and
That's
mobile
fine.
phones should be switched off as we are now about to start our pre-flight safety briefing.
Full taxi
we are now
checklist.
going to take you through our safety
Anti-ice.
procedures.
Engine anti-ice auto. Recall.
As this
Checked.
information
Outer
is for your
brake
benefit, we
RTO.
ask you to
Flight
watch and listen
controls.
carefully.
Checked.
The safety card in your seat area shows
Checked.
details of escape routes,
Ground equipment.
oxygen masks,
Clear.
and life jackets.
Before taxi
It also
checklist
shows the
completed.
bracing position, which you must adopt in an emergency landing. In the unlikely event of having to use the escape slide,
Speedbird
leave all
2041
hand
AV ready
baggage
for
behind
taxi.
And remove high-heeled shoes as they may tear the slide. Please now ensure that your table is folded away, your seat back is upright, with the
Speedbird
armrest down
20
and
for
your
1 heavy.
seatbelt
Runway
fastened.
26 left taxi
The
via
seatbelt is
Kilo
fastened
Alpha,
and adjusted
Kilo,
like this.
November, Alpha
And
Sierra,
unfastened
Alpha.
like this. When the fastened
Runway
seatbelt
26
signs
left,
are on,
taxi
you
via
must go
Kilo
back to your
Alpha,
seat and
Kilo
fasten your
November,
seatbelt securely.
Alpha Sierra, and
For your
Alpha.
own comfort and
Speedbird
safety,
2041
we
heavy.
recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times and visible to avoid being disturbed in flight. If the cabin air supplies fail, oxygen
Clear on
will
the
be
left.
provided.
Clear
Masks
right.
like this will appear automatically. Stay in your seat and pull a mask towards you. This will open your oxygen supply. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this and breathe normally, adjusting the band to secure it. Do make sure your own mask is fitted before helping anyone else. Your life jacket is underneath or beside your seat. In the event of landing on water, remove the life jacket from its container and pull it over your head. Pass the tapes round your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at the side. To inflate, pull the red toggle as shown. The air can be topped up by using the mouthpiece. There is a whistle here for attracting attention. Do not inflate your life jacket until you are outside the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for infants. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, please study the safety card and take notice of the fasten seatbelt sign. May we remind you that electrical portable items such as games, computing and word processing equipment may interfere with the aircraft systems and must be switched off during takeoff and landing. Portable telephones must be switched off while the aircraft engines are running. As this is a no smoking service, the no smoking signs will remain on for the duration of the flight. Smoking is not permitted at any time whilst on board. If you have any questions, please ask one of the crew. Thank you.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
5.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
I have control. I have control.
You have control.
Easy for 8 Whiskey Tango, gate 55 for taxi via Hotel, Juliet, Romeo, Lima, Quebec Alpha.
Gate 554 via Hotel, Juliet, Romeo, Lima, Quebec Alpha, easy for 8 Whiskey Tango.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy, contact Gatwick Tower 12 for decimal 23.
124.23, Speedbird 2041 Heavy, good night. Tower, good evening, Speedbird 2041 Heavy, runway 26 left, ready for departure.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy, hold short of 26 left, arriving traffic.
Hold short, Speedbird 2041 Heavy.
Easy 10 X-ray Foxtrot, exit right at Hotel.
Exit right at Hotel, Easy 10 X-ray Foxtrot.
Easy 42 Mike Quebec, go around. Fly runway center line, maintain 2,000 feet. Going round. Fly runway center line, maintain 2,000 feet. Easy 42 Mike Quebec. Easy 42 Mike Quebec. Contact Gatwick Director 126.825. Talk to you in a bit. Contact Gatwick Director 126.825. Easy 42 Mike Quebec. Talk to you in a bit. Easy 10 X-ray Foxtrot. Monitor ground 121.805.
Ground 121.805, Easy 10 X-ray Foxtrot.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Runway 26 left. Line up and wait.
Line up and wait to runway 26 left, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Clear to line up and wait.
Cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
Gatwick Tower. Easy 69 Quebec Romeo. ILS runway 26 left. Easy 69 Quebec Romeo. Gatwick Tower. Continue. Roger. Easy 69 Quebec Romeo. Speedbird 2041 Heavy, Gatwick Tower. Wind 330 at 6. Fly runway heading.
Clear for
runway
takeoff.
26 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Clear for
Traffic
takeoff.
7 mile final. No delay.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Clear for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Clear for takeoff. Ready?
Ready to go.
Set takeoff thrust.
Thrust set.
Waiting same Bravo November. Ready to
Hold.
go. Runway 26 left.
Fueling 7 Bravo November. Hold short of 26 left.
Affirmative. Hold short of 26 left.
V1.
Waiting same Bravo November.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Autopilot on.
Speedbird
Autopilot
2041
on.
Heavy. Contact London Control 133.18.
Autopilot on. One 133.18, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Control Speedbird 2041 Heavy, passing 2,400 feet, climbing 6,000. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy. London Control. Identified. Climb to flight level 170.
Climb to flight level 170, Speedbird 2041 Heavy.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Turn left. Heading 155.
Left heading 155, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. After takeoff checklist.
Landing gear. Up. Flaps. Up. After takeoff checklist completed.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Turn left.
left heading 110, speedbird 2041 heavy.
Speedbird 2041 heavy, cleared direct Bognor. Resume own navigation.
Direct Bognor, speedbird 2041 heavy.
Transition altitude.
Set altimeters standard.
Standard set and cross-checked.
Fueling 7 Bravo November. Contact London Control 133.18.
Contact London Control 133.18. Welling 7 Bravo November.
Easy 36 Hotel Whiskey. Wind 330 at 6. Runway 26 left cleared to land.
Runway 26 left cleared to land. Easy 36 Hotel Whiskey.
Release passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome
Go for it.
aboard our flight. My
Okay.
name is Kirsty. I'm your cabin services director for today. I hope that you're comfortable and enjoying your flight so far. I'd like to extend a personal welcome to our frequent flyer club members. It's nice to see some familiar faces on board. Our frequent flyer program is designed to...
Let's start preparing our descent.
Recall.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, Planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fix altitude is 2,000 feet. Decision altitude is 344 feet. Missed approach altitude is 6,500 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. Wind shear has been reported. We will execute the wind shear escape maneuver if required. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport no terms have been reviewed. Any questions, comments or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
Descent checklist.
Recall. Checked. Notes. Checked. Outer brake 2. Landing data.
Set and checked. Set and checked.
VREF 128 knots. Minimums 344 feet. Barrow. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy, ready for descent.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy, Addons 1 Alpha, runway 01, descent to flight level 220.
Airways 1 Alpha, runway 01, descent to flight level 220, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Captain Control, Speedbird 2041 Heavy, flight level 100 with Lima,
10,000.
descending via Airways 1 Alpha
Cabin
for the
crew prepare
ILS
for landing.
01.
We'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you're making a connecting flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or the video monitors inside the terminal.
Set
for
altimeter to
connecting gate
1010.
For your continued safety,
Flight 1, 0, 1, 1 will set and cross-check.
collect any off-service items, newspapers and any other
124.35, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Good day.
With you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices within all other carry-on items. Please use
Captain Director, good morning,
caution when
Speedbird
opening the
2041
overhead
Heavy,
bin, as items
passing
may
flight
have
level
shifted during our
090,
flight.
descending 2000 via the Airways 1 Alpha for runway 01.
Return your seats to the upright position and check the security of your seatbelt. We'll be landing shortly. Thank you.
Speedbird 20 for 1 Heavy, Cape Town Director. QNH 1010, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 01.
QNH 1010 and expect radar vectors for the ILS 01, Speedbird 2041 Heavy.
In a few minutes, we'll be passing through the cabin with landing cards. It's important that you have the correct documentation with your passport by the time you reach the immigration authorities, so you are not unnecessarily
Speedbird
delayed
20
in
for 1
passport
Heavy,
control.
turn left, heading
If you are familiar with the
195,
airport,
descend to
you will find
5,000
full
feet.
details in the
QNH
magazine
1010, vectors for the approach. Expect further clearance in about 19 miles.
Smoking is only permitted within the terminal in designated
Heading
areas.
195, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1010, Speedbird 2041 Heavy.
Should you have any further concerns, please don't hesitate to ask a member of the crew or the ground staff upon arrival, who'll be happy to assist you. And ladies and gentlemen, as we are approaching our destination, if you have any last-minute purchases that you'd like to make before we close the duty-free bar, please notify a member of the cabin crew immediately. Thank you.
$1,000 to go.
Approach checklist.
Altimeters.
1010 set.
1010 set. Approach checklist completed.
for 1 heavy, descend to 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000 feet, Speedbird 2041 heavy.
Speedbird 20 for 1 heavy, turn right, heading 260.
Right heading 260, Speedbird 2041 heavy.
Speedbird 20 for 1 heavy, descend to 3,000 feet.
Descend to 3,000 feet, Speedbird 2041 heavy. Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Speedbird 20 for 1 heavy, 5 miles from CI-01, turn right, heading 350, maintain 2,000 feet until established on the final approach course, cleared ILS runway 01.
Right heading 350, descend and maintain 2,000, cleared for the ILS 01, Speedbird 2041 heavy.
To go. Radar altimeter alive.
2041 Heavy localizer established.
Speedbird 20 for 1 Heavy, affirmative.
Final fix 2,000 feet.
Speedbird 20 for 1 Heavy. Contact Cape Town Tower 118.1. Have a good day.
118.1 Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Good day. Cape Town Tower, good morning. Speedbird 2041 Heavy. ILS runway 01.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy, Cape Town Tower, wind 055 at 7, runway 01 cleared to land.
Clear to land runway 01, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Gear down flaps 20. Gear down flaps 20.
Gear down, flaps 20.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Landing checklist.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps. Landing checklist completed. Stable.
1,000. Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Minimums.
Continue.
100. $50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake not up. Reversers normal. Knots.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy.
ICAS
Exit left at
auto
Alpha.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and the entire crew, we'd like
Left
to
on Alpha,
welcome
Speedbird
you to our
2041 Heavy.
destination. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, leaving all items of hand luggage safely stowed until the seatbelt signs have been switched off. Before you leave the aircraft, please ensure you have all your personal items and hand luggage with you. Please be careful when opening overhead lockers as items may fall out, causing injury. We'd like to remind you that smoking is not permitted until you've reached a designated smoking area. If you require assistance when you leave the aircraft, please contact a member of our ground staff. If you're connecting to another flight today and hold a boarding card and transfer wallet advising you of your departure terminal, please follow the signs to flight connections. This will lead you on to your departure terminal, and please check your gate number in the departure lounge. To avoid missing your onward flight, we strongly recommend that you go straight to your departure terminal. For those of you who do not have a boarding card, please go directly to the flight connections desk. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire airline, thank you very much for choosing to fly with us today, and we hope to see you again in the near future. Thank you.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Contact ground 121.9er. Bye-bye.
121.9, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Good day. Gates on ground, good morning, Speedbird 2041 Heavy on Alpha, request taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Welcome to Cape Town. Gate Alpha 3 taxi via Alpha.
Alpha 3 taxi via Alpha, Speedbird 2041 Heavy. Parking inside.
Taxi light off.
Link 657 Tango. Contact Cape Town Tower 118.1.
Contact Tower 118.1. Link 657 Tango. Bye-bye.
Shutdown checklist.
Hydraulic panel set. Fuel pumps off. Flaps.
Up.
Parking brake.
Set.
Fuel control switches.
Cuts off.
Weather radar
Off.
off. Shutdown checklist completed.